Good afternoon, my fellow Americans. Really wasn't gonna make another video. Didn't see the time or the effort needed into doing it, but then after watching all these so-called anti-Trump protesters doing what they were doing out there in the streets, it's ridiculous. And I can't even acknowledge them to be protesters. I mean, it was just amazing how quickly they went from chanting and viewing their opinion on how they felt about the elections and everything like that, to then just falling back to, their norm, which is just destroying everything that they see in sight. Like a baby when throwing a fit, or a child when they throw a fit when they can't have or get what they want. Now we have people who are supposed to be adults out there, breaking, destroying, burning everything in sight. I mean, to me, that's not protesting. Everything that you guys are saying, burning flags, I mean, that's just crazy. To me, that's anti-American, not anti-Trump. You keep screaming about racism. Every time I see somebody talking to somebody else about what's going on, it's always about racism. However, you was about to elect, or you wanted to put another white person in office who's pretty much a known criminal, and to me, that just doesn't make any sense. And then again, back to these protesters out here doing what they're doing, destroying things. You would think that Ferguson, Chicago, and all these other places would have reminded you that destroying everything around you within your own communities, it doesn't work. I understand you're still passionate, you're still going through the motions. And you know what's funny? There is still a fight out there. There is still a fight to be had by you so-called avengers of freedom, and those who truly want to make America great again, or at least try to make it great from this point forward. You know what I'm saying? You want to fight against you not having money, or at least you claiming that you don't have any options or opportunities to make that money. Then why is it you buying all this stuff? $800 pair of sneakers, $500 pair of jeans, $300 pair of shirts, and then all this jewelry to flash, with it. I thought we were poor in the hood, but apparently I see a lot of expensive gear and equipment on those who live in the hood. So what's going on here? You want real protest? You want to really do things? You want to really make a change to this country? How about boycotting things? Like boycotting these places that you buy all this expensive stuff from. Why don't you talk about how every time something happens, they raise the prices on everything, as far as traveling, materials, food, things like that. Stop buying from these rich places and support your local communities, stores. Stop making excuses. Is another big thing. Stop making excuses for the decisions that you make, because everything that you do affects everyone else around you. So this is, it just amazes me how this country still has zombies walking amongst us, and that are so delusional in thinking that it's the end of the world because Trump became president. You're talking about, or some people are talking about experiences, and Trump not having the political background to be a president. Did you forget about Ronald Reagan? This is a man who was a television star, and because of that fame he had being a TV star got him into the office. But do you know what the real purpose of that was? Who better than to fool the masses than someone who can act? And that's what Reagan did in his time as president. He was just a puppet for those who are still in charge to this day. This is why I say there's still a fight out there. There is still a fight out there against the elite. Those who have the power and resources to allegedly keep us where we're at. So you want a real fight? You want to do something real with your life instead of just being on camera for 15 minutes looking for that fame? Because I don't understand, how can you be a protester but you're out there taking selfies just to prove everybody that you're out there protesting? If you're a protester, be a protester. Forget about the phones and the cameras and everything else, and put out there what your belief is and what you're fighting for. Don't just go out there because it's trendy right now. Go out there because you really want to change. And if change is what you really want, then you need to fight for it. And I don't mean physically fighting for it. I mean doing the things, sacrificing yourself. Sacrificing the things that you would like to do in order to make those changes come about. Like I said, you want to protest against people, the industry, the stores where you have to go in and pay $500, $600, $700 just for a pair of sneakers, jeans, and a shirt and a coat to match. Stop buying jewelry that you can't afford just because you want to floss it. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing stupid things and blaming everybody else for your stupidity. Your zombies need to wake up. Or you college people, you amaze me because it seems like nobody's actually going to class. Everybody's just hanging out looking for a safe space to be in. You know what I'm saying? The first step in becoming an adult is college. At least my opinion is going into the college environment, because that's the first taste of the real world. And the real world is full of hate. It's full of people who have prejudice against you. It's full of people who are going to talk about you. It's full of ignorant people. And until you realize that and get out of your little safe space and take those punches, take those little triggers that you people love to talk about, and use that as your plea for being a victim, cut all that nonsense out. You don't like the fact that, or I should say, let me rephrase that. I don't like the fact that when I jump on a train or a bus, it takes forever. You know what I'm saying? If the train or bus comes, but yet they want to keep raising the fare. You know how you beat that? You know how you let your voice be known? Stop taking the bus and the train. I guarantee you boycott half these people for a week and they will feel the pressure. Because once they start seeing that money's not coming in the way it used to come in, because you people are just so easy to go out. Every time something new comes out, you want to go buy it. You want to stand in line. You give up spending time with your family and friends because you want to be outside on a line, camping out in front of stores because you got to have the hot latest new gadget that comes out. That's ridiculous. That just makes no sense whatsoever. Zombies, it's time to wake up. It's time to get your vaccination of reality and take it like an adult and do the right thing. Think about what you're doing before you do it, because all you're doing is making the rest of us look like a bunch of idiots. That's all y'all doing with all the ignorance that's going on, all the hatred that's being spewed out. You cannot stand here and say that there's still, I mean, let me rephrase that one as well. There is racism out there because you're gonna have ignorant people who just don't like everybody. You know what I'm saying? But that's their given right here in America. You have the right not to like somebody else, regardless of race, color, creed, or religion for that matter. Because that's the new thing now. Everybody keeps talking about it. Is freedom of religion. It's funny how this country gives you that. It gives you the right to be who you want to be, pray to whoever you want to pray to, or not pray to whoever you want not pray to. Those are the rights that we have as Americans. We need to stop calling each other by the color of our skin or the race that we go by and start calling each other brother and sister and Americans. Because that's what we are. We're all Americans. You want to make real change? Go out there and boycott the MTA. Boycott these stores that sell expensive items that trick you into buying it, knowing that you can't afford it. You know? Stop. What else is there? I mean, it's just amazing. There's just so many things that you can, real issues that you can actually go out there and protest about. And the fact that you're doing it about something that has nothing to do with nothing. Listen, the guy won. I mean, that's the system. I hear you guys, screaming out there that he's not my president. Well, guess what? Wake up call. He is the president of the United States. And this is what it is right now. So now all we can do is wait and see if he's going to keep his word, or he's going to do like these other politicians, these career politicians who've always come out only in election time and say, yeah, we're for the people. They get elected and they forget about those people because all they're worrying about is lining their pockets full of money. You know, and then again, these college students out here who are protesting with you, saying that, you know, people gotta die and the revolution is on and this, that, and the third. Yeah, the revolution is on. Like I said, there is still a fight out there, but know what you're fighting for before you go out there just to be trendy and just to get your 15 minutes of fame on TV. You know, again, I didn't even want to make another video, but it seems that it's needed, you know, by me and all these other people who are doing things like this. It's needed because there's still a good portion of this country who have not woken up, who have not taken their dose of reality and see that it is time to grow up and do grown up things. You know, stop making excuses, stop blaming everybody else. You make the choice to do what you want to do, and when you get caught doing it, don't start crying this, that, and the third. So again, have a good one. That's all I have to vent right now. You know, if you like it, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. You can subscribe. And please share to those who you deem worthy, if you deem me even worthy of sharing. Have a good day.